you give your take on this as well too, right? How fast that this thing blew up, right? And engineering cannabis basically said this, right? That this wasn't the first, and obviously this wasn't the first. There's a lot of AI sort of tools that failed, but give us your perspective on how fast this thing came up, and if this is, in your perspective, a Google killer.
Okay, I think now just that's the era we live is if you put out something that's unique and popular, the manosphere has been killing it. How many videos you done on ChatGPT? I mean, so that alone is gonna push it out, right? Because everybody's, that's the hot topic. That's the hot thing, yeah. Right? But the weird thing is, PBO need to be on a diet. But I went to the barbecue. There's 10 young Black people, and I was like, "What y'all know about ChatGPT?" None of them knew anything. I said, y'all need to investigate it because I'm fat and y'all need to be cheating at the same level as white people. So I need y'all out there on ChatGPT. So let's get on there. Next time I'll come on here next week, Saturday, when I get my beard trimmed, y'all need to give me a report on ChatGPT. So I put pressure on. So once again, we're in an echo chamber. We all know it. We pushing it. AI ain't even he's at the top of the pyramid preaching about it. We're like, everybody knows. You go out in the real world because, like I tell you, I go out in the community and I talk to people. None of them knew what the hell ChatGPT was. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all don't even know how to cheat. Report next week when I walk up in here. I need to know.
But that's the part of the 60% that's going to have to have.
Technology is going to progress, right? It went from IBM to Microsoft to AWS. So every 10, 15 years, something new's got to happen. This is the something new.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Every year is what we call it creative destruction. That's normal. People, it's supposed to get killed. If it doesn't get killed, we're not progressing as a community, as a nation, as the world. That's called progress. Right? So, right, people think it's something new. The IBM disappeared, right? The client server, and now it's the cloud. So this is the next version of that. Nothing new. I'm old. I expect ChatGPT. So yeah, I think it's the Google killer. But what people fail to remember is these people got money. So Google said, red alert, they about to go buy every ChatGPT because they got billions. People forgot Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. It tried to buy Snapchat. Them dudes were in college. He offered them $800 million. They turned him down. I would have slapped my son in the face. You turn out $800 million. These companies got money, man. They just going to invest, right? And we said there's a ton of smaller companies probably not as good as OpenAI. They just gonna buy them up, man. Right? Yeah. And the best man, whoever got the most money usually wins, right? That's America. Capitalism at its best, right? Google prints money. And IBM's been, people forgot IBM had Watson for 10 years.
That's right. That's right.
That was really one of the first AIs that was practical. So this is not nothing new. Now, this is the thing that caught the attention of people. Because who's in medical? But when you put it for the people, they're like you, I start putting in there. I say, okay, I do GRC, which is compliance. I use ChatGPT all the time. Right at my job. Okay, I think it's this. What do you think, ChatGPT? I write horribly. I let ChatGPT write, and I go, wow, I sound a lot better doing ChatGPT. Shout out to ChatGPT. Helping the old man sound a little better. But you're using it. So, I mean, that's it. Let me get out of my soapbox, man. But yeah, it's a Google killer. Google, they already called red alert. So small companies about to make a lot of money. Because Microsoft invested $10 billion to own 49% of ChatGPT.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're running out of hardware. It's so popular, their hardware is locking up. They about to be on Azure, right? So they get $10 billion, give up 49%. Now they got unlimited hardware.
And unlimited funds as well, too, because Microsoft's going to continue to dump money at them.
Yeah, my thing is, I just be like, take it, man. I'm about to go do something else, man. I'd be in Thailand somewhere. Let me let you get back on topic. But no, they got infinite money. It's the Google killer, but that's called progress. Mainframe, client server, cloud. It's just the next iteration of that. If we're not doing creative destruction, we're not progressing as a society, right? And you should be doing that with yourself. Your old skill, you should get new skills, make more money, get better skills, right? Creative destruction, they leveling up, and you should be leveling up.
And check this out, PBO, because you hit it. And brother, I want you to jump in on this one too. You said, man, you go into barbecues, man. People aren't using it, man. They aren't using the cheat code. This is like the cheat code, right? Like you used it in an example the same way that I use it, right? Riding. or a lot of the times I got to look at like legal contracts, and a lot of times that stuff is ambiguous, man. It's like, what in the hell are you trying to say? You dump that in ChatGPT saying summarize it for me. It literally does it. It's a cheat code. Why? Now I'm gonna ask the question. This is gonna be a question I want you guys to answer. Why aren't our people using it?
That's a question.
All right, I want you to take that one, AI, and then you take it first, and PBO, you go, man.
That's a question I think takes decades to answer, and I don't think it's something you can answer. We're again, this is always going to fall back in terms of we're always going to be the last to implement this, and people are going to implement it before us. I just talked of implementing this into a rib shack. And the owner, the pet master is a black person, but the owner of the rib shack is going to be a white dude who's going to take the data I did for him and implement it in 12 different places and make more money than the pit master. You see how messed up that is? He's going to pay the pit master. Okay, I'm just going to take the pit master. Hey, I just want your recipe. Just give me 10,000. I'm going to give you 50,000 for your recipe. Just your recipe. And because it's so, then I'm going to go take all the cookbooks and everywhere and going to compare it to your recipe and come something similar to yours and make 20 more restaurants and make 20 to 100 times the money I paid you. You know how messed up that is?
Well, the question is this, AI. I mean, is it messed up because we have the opportunities now, right? Like it's all there. It's all there for all of us now.
It's all there for us, but the pitmaster is just concerned about his cooking. Or our people are concerned of again, I'm trying to not walk a tightrope.
and believe me, don't say anything that you don't need to say. Now, this is a professional show.
That's what I'm trying to walk a tightrope. The complicated stuff to us, we want to enjoy the outcome, the outcome of the complicated stuff. So in order to automate the whole process, it takes a lot of systems, networking, data gathering, data polishing, automation, mechanization, all that. That whole process alone, testing, all that is a 2-year process just to get his old 12 restaurant open. So why do I want to invest time in such complication where I can just spend time doing one simple task and just do what I do best? Than investing time in 2 years and then make 50 times the money I'm going to make in that simple stuff I'm doing. The thing is, the complicated stuff, we just like the outcome of it. Like ChatGPT, nobody's asking the question, what's behind that? Have you noticed nobody's asking in all the black YouTube channels I've done, nobody's asked that question, what's behind it? How can I use money behind it? If you know, the power of this stuff is not the ChatGPT, but the source of it.
I know, the data. So you talk about it all the time.
The data is the power. The power is not ChatGPT. ChatGPT is it's an open source software that anybody can copy. The power is the data. Imagine, for instance, if I go condition 20 of the best painters in the world, and I say I want you to paint 20 pictures for me, and I own those pictures, only me, and I put them in my own database. Nobody owns that. I can recreate 30 more pictures from that 20 and sell it as much as I can, as possible, because I own that source data. ChatGPT doesn't own it. OpenAI doesn't own it. I own it myself. So I own any production from it, anything from it. I own every part of it. So any millions I make is from me. ChatGPT has no insight into it. Anybody who comes in, I'll tell them it's a unique painting from me because it's my own database. That is what's coming next. People owning their own open source database, not open source, their own database system, where they can now reproduce art, reproduce content exclusively for them.
Music.
They own their own music. Imagine, I own 50 musicians. They sing for me, and I recreate 10 music from their own music. I own it. I own the rights on the new music. I own the rights on the old music. Do
All
you know
right.
how powerful that is?
It's huge. It's huge. It's
But
huge.
nobody's asking that question. How do I? Everybody's looking at the outcome. Remember, I told you everybody's looking at the outcome. Nobody's looking at what is controlling it. Nobody's asking that question. And with the laws that are going to come out from that, that's going to eliminate a lot of us out of it.
Mm,
But nobody's asking that question.
mm, mm.
But hey, this is the problem. We enjoy the outcome. Oh, he's going to make my writing faster. He's going to do this. But other people are asking, okay, how do I make money in the back end? How do I make money before anybody realizes what this is?
Mm.
And I've been looking at it, and I've been laughing like, nobody's talking about this. Everybody's just talking about, oh, ChatGPT. Nobody's talking. Do you know another part of making money is trying to figure out the ways to and make sure that all bad searches, like, okay, I want ChatGPT to show me how to do something illicit.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I block that? How do I track that? You know they're tracking that right now.
Mm.
If you ask that question, how could I do something illicit? You know they're tracking that. And you know they have the right to take that information
And use it
to
against
the
you.
FBI.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
If you go, do you really think again, nobody's asking that question. What data are they even taking? Because they tell you they're taking data. They say
Yeah.
in their ChatGPT, we're using this as data. Do you know what you're typing? We're using that as data. So my question is, we don't need to, we're always focused on the outcome. We're not focused on what's going behind the scenes.
Mm. Mm.
How are they using it behind? Nobody has ever talked of that source data. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about, oh, I put this on ChatGPT and spits out an answer. Okay, that's cool. And we asked where they're getting that data source. Nobody even knew it wasn't connected to the internet.
Mm. So check this out, guys. Check this out. I love your answer on that, AI me, and it's a takeaway. It's a takeaway for the audience here.